We all know how the live-action X-Men films and even the old X-Men of the 90s made Cyclops underpowered, but I'm glad that they finally did Cyclops justice by showcasing his power right at the beginning of Episode 1. Cyclops may not be a Omega-level mutant, but he is a damn good leader and still better than other mutants.
Definitely the good guy. Hang tight.
Much like Cyclops, live-action adaptations and even other cartoon shows fail to showcase Rogue's true power. As demonstrated in the X-Men '97, Rogue single-handedly conquered a secret military base. Not only that, but she was able to destroy a container strong enough to contain the Hulk. But comparing her to the Hulk might be too much. Rogue was also able to hold on to Captain America's shield when Steve Rogers was trying to take it from her, and she was able to hold her own when fighting against the show's villain, Bastion. What we know about Mr. Sinister is that he is a sneaky mutant who steals mutant DNAs for his experiments and personal improvements. But X-Men '97 was able to showcase his true powers as he held his own against an Omega-level mutant, Jean Grey. Jean may not be at her full strength here due to her still recovering from her kidnapping. Mr. Sinister was able to show Gore-like powers by moving in the shadows and even attacking like Venom. Everybody by now should know that Cable is the son of Scott Summers, aka Cyclops, and Jean Grey. Maybe it's safe to say he is 50% Omega level, but as Cable mentioned, powers tends to not skip a generation. Cable was able to almost kill Jean Grey when he was mind-controlled by Mr. Sinister. If not for the Dark Phoenix being reawakened, Cable might have successfully took Jean Grey's life.
Like you, stuff tends not to skip a generation.
I honestly don't know what Jubilee's power is good for. I only recognize her for her sparkling powers, much like Dazzler, who was also in the show. But after Bastion insulted her powers, Jubilee swiftly tossed Bastion up in the air, destroying a Sentinel. And not only that, but Bastion's face was badly damaged because of Jubilee's sparkling powers. Now that's a 4th of July you won't forget. We definitely remember Gambit's sacrifice in the show. The Wild Sentinel even defeated Magneto, who is an Omega-level mutant. If not for some plot armor, Magneto would have been dead for sure. Although it took Gambit's life while doing it, Gambit single-handedly destroyed the Wild Sentinel. Nightcrawler should have just teleported Gambit to the Wild Sentinel's back and made it explode, then teleported Gambit away.
Remember it.
Forge was not able to show much of his combat skills in the show, but it was revealed that he was part of the initial development of the mutant neutralizer technology. Forge's main powers is inventing devices anyway. The device that Forge spearheaded to make has made many mutant, even Omega-level powers useless, making him a scary opponent for any mutant or non-mutant to face with.
To the war, I didn't have the resources to build what I so easily saw in my mind. The Defense Department offered to help me, as long as I helped them build some devices. Devices that could be used to neutralize dangerous mutants.
I think all of you are expecting the mutant who stole the show and our hearts, Morph. Morph has shown us what he is capable of. He can have the speed of Quicksilver, the strength of the Hulk, the toughness of Colossus and Juggernaut. He was also able to replicate Wolverine and Lady Deathstrike's adamantium weapons, become Archangel and fly, and finally, he was able to create metal swords out of nowhere when he became Psylocke in magic. The question is, what is the limitation to his power?
I do not want to fight you, comrade! I don't want to fight you either. I want you to fight for me! Yes, my queen.